Welcome back, guys, and today I'm with my dad again.
Hi there.
Sorry, there's a little change in the studio. Basically, my dad had a little injury and he can't really move from the sofa. But we are doing what we normally do, and that is talk about the weekend.
Well, before we talk about the weekend, during the week, Ranieri, manager of the year last year, and this week he got sacked.
I think it's disgraceful what Leicester City did.
I agree. I think it was, had he finished 12th last year and, he wouldn't have got sacked. It's only because he beat all expectations and won the league.
This season, Leicester, they haven't had a bad season.
Leicester, let's be honest, Leicester are where they should be, right, near the bottom. Last year was a freak season, right? They did very well. Good luck to them. They won it. But this year, back to reality. I mean, who do they think they are? Do they think they should be Champions League every year? They're little Leicester, all right? And I say little, and I don't mean to be unkind when I say little Leicester, but they are just a small little club. Anyway, so that was the big news that came out on Thursday. Just going back before Thursday, I witnessed one of the games of the season in the Champions League, Man City v Monaco, and there were some great goals.
Yeah, and the one that stands out was especially the Falcao one.
Oh, the chip! The chip was amazing. I mean, his first goal, the header goal, was very good, but the chip was sublime. Really was.
I mean, back in the day when he was like a Chelsea United player, you weren't seeing that from him.
He looked rubbish. He looked real, but he seems a different player. He played well against Spurs earlier in the year.
He scored, didn't he?
I think so, but he also missed a penalty then, and he missed a penalty again. And I think that was the turning point, because had he scored, Monaco would have gone 3-1 up. And I don't think Man City would have gone on and won 5-3. But it's beautifully poised for the second leg. I think City will go through, which I think is good for Spurs, because the more games that City have got and Man United have got in the Europa,
the more tired.
Well, not just the games, it's the travel. I mean, United have got to go to Russia, and that's like nearly 4,000 miles, 8 hours in total there and back. They're going to be tired. And they've got Chelsea in the Cup next round on a Monday night. They're playing on the Thursday. There are a lot of games for United, so going into today's game, Spurs had a very disappointing result. Obviously, you and I went on Thursday night, and we left Wembley, and we were thinking, Sunday's a very big game now against Stoke, but we needn't to worried really. It was all over at half time. 4-0.
4-0 at half time. Don't really see that a lot in the Prem.
No, and another hat-trick, third hat-trick in 9 games. And his first goal was his 100th goal in the league. So well done to Harry Kane on that.
And now joint top goal scorer with Costa was missing 7 weeks.
That's just unbelievable. I mean, they used to say he was a one-season wonder. That was 3 years ago.
That's what I was thinking a few seasons ago. That Kane was only a one-season wonder.
But last year he was top scorer, and he's well on the way, hopefully, this year. I think he is a one-season wonder every year.
Yes.
And then we got home just in time for the Man United Southampton game. And what a game that was. I think Southampton
deserved to win.
I know you missed the first half, so you can't really comment on that. But, the new signing for Southampton, he scored a goal which was disallowed for offside. He was not offside. Jose Mourinho, you got another dodgy decision. You're very lucky, and you did not deserve to win today. But United, Ibra, I must say, for a free transfer, wow, there's 24, 25 goals in all competitions he scored this season. Is fantastic. Fantastic.
But then the second half, which I watched,
Yep, Southampton came back into it, and
hit the post.
They looked more likely to get the winner, but they broke away with about 3 or 4 minutes to go.
I mean, Ebert is kind of a person who would win the headers.
Yeah, no, it was a great header, and just when it was in the air, you just knew he was going to finish it, and that's what class strikers do. So lots happened this week. Next week, I think it's going to be a quieter week. Tomorrow night be interesting, and we'll talk about it next week. Leicester v Liverpool should be a good game.
Quickly, before we go, let's just talk about the Saturday games.
Saturday games, big win for Crystal Palace against Middlesbrough. I really fear for Middlesbrough. I think they've scored 1 goal in the last 4 games. They don't look. They're quite solid. They only lose by the odd goal, but they're just boring. Hull, they went 1 up against Burnley, and then Burnley equalised. That's really 2 points drop for Burnley.
No, but Sunderland, they're in real danger.
Sunderland are in real danger. They lost 2-0 at Everton.
Which isn't bad, to be fair, against Everton, but it's just not going their way this season.
No.
And I can, unfortunately, seeing them going down at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think they've flirted with relegation for the last 2 or 3 years, so I think it's good riddance to Sunderland, and I think the other team that could have problems is Middlesbrough. I just don't see them having a goal scorer to keep them up. Who's the third team? I don't know. I like Hull's manager. I think he's got something about it. He actually reminds me of Pochettino. Obviously not as good, and he's not yet proved to be magic like Poch has. So I think it's going to be, if you were asking me now, I would say it's Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and I actually think Leicester could go down, which will be an amazing twist to the fairy tale, that was last year. But before we go, I forgot to mention it last week, but a shout out to Max Patnick. Max, if you're watching, thank you, and hope to see you soon.